My dearest, my beloved, my source of happiness, I write to you now in the deepest sorrow of my heart, a sorrow that clings to me like a heavy cloak, impossible to cast aside. As I sit here, hand in hand, the ink feels like it is a river of grief flowing from my soul, for the words I write will surely bring you nothing but pain. And, my love, this is the last thing I ever wanted to cause you. But I must, as I can no longer keep this burden within me, nor would I wish you to believe that I left you without reason, or without the love that you know has always been mine. My heart aches as I think of you reading these words. I cannot bear to imagine the look of sorrow, perhaps anger, that will surely be on your face when you read this letter. But know, my dearest, that my love for you has not waned. I have not forsaken you, and I never shall. It is not that I have grown indifferent, nor is it that I no longer wish for the future we dreamed of. It is that I have been forced into a position where all my desires, all my hopes must be sacrificed upon the altar of duty and obedience. You, my love, have been nothing but kind to me. You have given me a love so pure, so steadfast, that I have felt my soul alight whenever I thought of you. I was blessed by your presence, by your laughter, by the way your very gaze would make me feel as though the world stood still, and there was nothing but you and me, in a place where time had no power over us. And yet, in the eyes of my father, in the eyes of society, this love was nothing more than an impractical fancy, something beneath notice, something to be discarded in the face of what was deemed proper. I am sorry, my love. I am sorry for the hurt I am about to cause you. Please try to understand that it is with great pain that I write these words. By the time you read this, I will already be far from you, my dearest. I will be on a train to Europe, leaving behind everything I hold dear, including you. My father has decided that I must live with my aunt in hopes of finding a suitable Englishman to marry, someone who will help expand his business, someone who will add to his wealth and his standing. He believes that I, as his daughter, must fulfill my duty to him, to his name, and that my happiness is of no consequence. Before I could protest, my father locked me away, barred me from leaving the house, and forbade me any contact with you. It is only through kindness and compassion of Miss Miriam, our loyal maid, that I have been able to write to you. She has promised to send this letter as soon as she is able, and I can only hope that it reaches you swiftly, though I fear that even now, time may be against us. I would not want you to think that I left without a word, without explanation. I would not want you to hate me, or think that I grew cold of heart, because I did not. I could never. No, my love, the truth is that I have been torn from you, torn from the life we were building together, by forces far beyond my control. It was my own mistakes that brought us here. It was my secret letters to you, my love, the ones we exchanged in those stolen moments when we thought no one could find out, that led my father to discover us. And now, here we are, my love, separated by walls both physical and societal. with no way to bridge the distance that has been forced between us. It is my fault. I should have been more careful, more discreet. But my heart was so full of you, so full of love that I could not help myself. I never wanted this to happen. I never meant for you to be hurt by my actions. I am so sorry. All I ever wanted, all I ever dreamed of was to be with you. I wanted to grow old by your side, to share a life full of joy and love, to have children with you and watch them grow as we did. But fate, it seems, has other plans for us. If only circumstances were different. If only the world saw us as equals, as two souls bound by love, not rank or title, then perhaps we could be together. But society, as you know, is a cruel thing. It demands that we fit into boxes, that we adhere to its expectation, and that we live by its rules. And in the eyes of society, our love is not enough. Please do not think, my love, that I blame you for this. I have never once thought that your status, your position, is the reason we cannot be together. No, it is not your fault. It is the world's. I loved you, and I love you still because of who you are. I loved you because you were kind, because you treated me with respect and warmth when others would have treated me as an ornament, something to be admired but never truly known. You made me laugh, my dearest, in a way I never knew was possible. You showed me joy and beauty in this world, in a small town where such things seem scarce. You opened my eyes to the goodness in life, to the love that can exist between two people, untainted by society's expectations. You looked at me with eyes filled with love, as though I were the only woman in the world who mattered. You held me in your arms with such tenderness, with such care, as though you would protect me from the cruelties of the world. And when you kissed me, oh, my love, when you kissed me, it was as though the entire world fell away, leaving only us in that moment, as though nothing could ever come between us. Your kiss was full of longing, full of passion, full of everything I had ever hoped for in this life. And now, my dearest, I must leave all of that behind. I must leave behind the love we shared, the promises we made to each other, the future we dreamed of. I will carry these memories with me, of course, but it will never be the same. I will never be able to look into your eyes again, never feel your arms around me, never taste your kiss upon my lips. These thoughts fill me with such despair, such crushing sadness that I wonder how I will ever find the strength to continue on without you by my side. I will miss you. Oh, how I will miss you. I will miss your smile, your voice, the way you say my name like a sweet melody that could calm all of my fears. I will miss the warmth of your hand in mine, the way we would walk together under the sun. How can one continue when everything they love is being torn away? But I must, because duty calls. Because my father's demands are not to be denied. But in my heart, I will forever carry you with me, a part of me that no distance or time can erase. You will always have a place in my heart, a place that no one else can fill. I wish that I could have told you everything before this moment, before the decision was made, before I was torn away. But I could not, my love. To speak those words aloud would have been to invite further punishment, further restriction. My father's will is iron, and I am but a helpless servant to it. I had to be careful. I had to tread lightly, for I knew that any sign of rebellion, any whisper of defiance, would only make things worse for both of us. You deserve more than that, more than this cruel separation. I can only hope with all my heart that one day you will understand why I did this. I hope you will know deep down that I did not choose this life for myself, that I did not wish to be separated from you. But sometimes, my love, life does not offer us the luxury of choice. It forces us into corners, into situations where we must either obey or suffer the consequences. I fear the consequences were never meant for me alone. They were meant to keep us apart. And that, my love, is the greatest sorrow I have ever known. Though I am far away now, I beg you, please do not lose hope. I do not wish for you to hate me, to resent me for the decisions I was forced to make. Please know that I will think of you every moment, every breath I take. I will carry your memory with me, and in the quietest of moments, I will close my eyes and pretend I am still in your arms. I will cherish our love, even as the world insists on tearing it apart. If only things were different. If only we were allowed to live as we chose, without the constraints of birth and position. If only our love could be enough in the eyes of the world. But I know that we are but two people standing against an entire world. And that is a battle we cannot win. So, I will go, my love, as I must. But I will never forget you. I will never stop loving you, even if the years take me further away. Even if the years turn my hair gray and my heart grows weary. You will always be the one I loved with all that I had to give. And that love will never fade. I will miss you terribly. You will always have my heart. And though I am far away, please know that my soul is with you, that my thoughts will be always with you. Please, my love, do not forget me. Do not let the memory of our time together fade, for it is only the treasure I shall ever hold dear. If only you knew how much you meant to me, how deeply you touched my life, you would understand why leaving you is the hardest thing I have ever done. May you find happiness, my dearest. I pray that you find someone who can offer you the love and joy that I could not, that your life may be filled with laughter and light. But know this, even if another holds your heart, you will always be my one true love, and I will be yours. And though we are separated by time and distance, in my heart, we will always be together. Farewell, my love. You will never be forgotten. Yours, forever and always, Ashlynn.